Welcome back to the How Good podcast with myself and Johnson. How we doing, bro?
Good, bro. Good. We are very, very excited today to introduce our first guest on the How Good podcast. We have a good friend of ours and world championship Samoan swimmer, Kokoro Frost. How are we, brother?
Hey,
I'm great, thank you, brother. Thank you both for having me on. It's an honor to be
Oh,
your first guest. So yeah, stoked to be here.
yeah, must we say our first special guest athlete on the podcast? So we're very excited today.
100%.
Um, as we as we know, but you guys may not, Kokoro is a swimmer who comes from Otaki near Wellington. He's been training for a long time. Some notable events that he has swum at over the last few years. He's been to FINA World Swimming Championships in 2022, Pacific Games in 23, the World Aquatic Swimming in 24, the Oceania Championships in 24 as well. And most recently, he's been to Singapore for the World Aquatic Championships again. Talk us through some of these events. What have been your favorites so far, and talk us through your recent one in Singapore as well.
Ooh, sounds good. Off to a cracking start. So yeah, my first ever time representing Samoa was in 2019, and that was for the Pacific Games in Samoa. Um, and like obviously being the host country, like that was special. That's probably still my favorite
Mm.
competition. This many years into my career because walking out in the finals and like the entire crowd was just full of Samoans. Yeah, that was pretty special. And then in recent years, for me personally, my favorite event that obviously wasn't that one is probably the World Champs in Fukuoka in Japan in
Mhm.
2023 because like I was born there. So
Yeah.
in a way, it was kind of like going home and being able to race, on home turf in a way.
hmm
That was awesome.
No,
Uh,
cool. Like, at those events, bro, talk us through like what it's like and how it feels to share the pool with, the greats of the sport. I mean, I guess you're walking around pool deck and seeing the likes of, Leon Marchand and Summer McIntosh. What does that feel like, bro?
yeah. Well, I mean, like it can be pretty daunting at times. Like they're like massive people, like not
Mm.
just in a sporting sense, just actually huge. Um, and I
Yeah.
think that was most evident to me at Worlds in 2022 when I was like two lanes over from Florent Manadou, the
Oh my
53,
God. That's a that's
like
a beast of a human being, eh?
one of the
Yeah.
goats of sprint freestyle. So
Mm.
yeah, like I said, it's daunting, but like, if you're just yourself and you give them a smile and say, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like we're all there to swim. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of treat it like that, and we're all there for a reason, and I just kind of just be myself. There's no point in
Nice.
like being someone else,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
nice. Yeah,
Mm.
I like
100%.
that. Um, Take me through. Obviously, you're born in Japan. Your dad's from Japan, and your mum is Samoan. So, kind of talk me through that multi-identity of nationalities, where you're in New Zealand swimming for Samoa. You're also Japanese. What's it like to represent a place like Samoa at these events?
Mm. It's definitely very humbling, um, because Samoa's just a small island nation in the Pacific, and going over to these big world championships where there's countries like USA, Canada, Australia with all of this massive backing, financially, even in just like a general sense, just the support that they get.
Mm.
So representing Samoa, it feels like I've got the whole country behind me. Even probably every swimmer that is on the international stage feels that way. But because Samoa's so small, and because like there's that saying that all Samoans are related, so it really does feel that way, especially when I go away with the messages that I get, and it's a blessing for sure.
Mean, bro. Mean.
That's really cool.
What do you think it means for people back home? Like being able to see the likes of yourself, on that world stage with the flag on your cap. What do you feel it means to people in Samoa who, have aspirations of representing the country on the world stage? Just to see that, a guy like yourself, you make it possible. You go out there and do it. So have you heard from people back home? What do you think it means to them?
I would hope that, it inspires some athletes,
Hmm.
not even in swimming,
Yep.
beyond beyond swimming, in their respective sports to just do their best to make it. Because, sport is such a beautiful thing and it opens so many doors for people. As you both know, as former
Mm.
swimmers, I don't know if you've said that on the podcast yet, but
Yeah, we
as
have. I think we have. Yeah.
Yeah,
as
we have. Yeah.
as former athletes yourselves, you know that like sport takes you places. And I just hope that the next generation of athletes can see that and can
Mm.
can reap the rewards of sport.
No, awesome.
That's
Um,
cool.
I want to ask, bro, about the preparation for the Worlds this year in Budapest. It was, wasn't it?
Singapore.
Singapore. Sorry.
Budapest
What?
was last year, I think.
That's
Hey.
it. That's right. Yeah. What did the
Yeah.
preparation look like? Did you have a big block specifically dedicated to these Worlds? How many weeks out are you beginning this graph for Worlds, and also how far out are you tapering off?
So I would say preparation for this world started from the 1st of January.
Hmm.
So my qualification meet for Worlds was the New Zealand champs
Hmm.
in April. So I had a 12 week block. Oh, sorry, January, February, March, April. So a 16-week block leading into um, nationals from the 1st of Jan. And then after making it, I trained through from April to July. So that was a 12-week cycle from
Hmm.
April. So that consists of 5 swims a week, 3 gyms a week, um, and we go through different phases within that cycle. One of those phases is taper, and I usually start taper 2 weeks out from competition. And it's just kind of deloading in the gym, focusing on power, explosivity, and translating that into the pool.
Yeah, mate. Cool.
Oh. I know that you hold several Samoa national records. Some being the 50 fly, 24.5, which is an insane time, by the way. 25.57 in your 50 back, 56.7 in your 100 back, and 55.37 in 100-meter fly. Um,
Wow.
all crazy times, by the way, some insane national records. Which of these times are you most proud of? And I really want to know what like the story was behind that 50 fly, because to me that's probably your best race I've seen you swim. What goes through your heads when you're kind of leading up to these races, and the feeling afterwards when you hold these records in these races?
Well, I'll start on the 50 fly. That was at Worlds in Budapest last year, and not that this was like what I was trying to achieve, but it was definitely in the back of my mind. Was my coach John, his PB, or it was a record of some sort, was 24, 24.5 or something.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I want to get that. I really want to get that. So
Yeah.
I put my head down and we worked together, and when I got it, John was so pleased for me because that record stood for longer than I've been alive.
Wow. That's
Wow.
unreal, man.
And
Far out.
um and
Talk talk us through the process of that 50 fly. Are you a head down, no breath guy, or
yeah, definitely head
yeah,
down, especially short course.
yeah.
I try to use the walls as best as I can. So for those that might not know swimming, you're allowed to swim up to 15 meters off each wall underwater. And in a 25-meter pool, you get to do 2 links, so 30 meters underwater. So I really try to make the most of those 30 meters underwater.
Mm,
And it's just one of those things. At 50, you can't afford to make any mistakes. It's just like a 100-meter sprint in athletics. Like,
yes.
you know, if it's like a foot or even if it's a finger, to be honest, um, that could be the difference between you getting the time or you not getting the time. So I definitely try and focus on all my skills, including underwaters, and keeping my head down, no breath.
So leading on to that, bro, you being a sprinter, 50s and 100s being your main events. Do you explore some of the new kind of training techniques that we're seeing in swimming at the moment? An example of that is obviously Cam McAvoy, right? And him coming out and saying that he sometimes only swims 200 meters a session, and he's just focusing on such skill specific stuff and power based training. How do you view that, and do you implement any of that sort of stuff into your work?
Yeah, 100%. Like Cam's kind of come in and, changed the game in every sense of that saying, because he's kind of come in and said, if you want to train fast, if you want to swim fast, you got to swim fast.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point in doing, 16 100s, 8 200s if you're a sprinter? Obviously, base building, that's very important, but if you want to swim fast, you got to swim fast. So we try and John and we try and take that into our training. We call it a bit of a sprint revolution. And like I said, skills and learning new skills, learning new ways to train fast. It's definitely something that excites me.
Yeah.
And it's new. It's
Awesome.
not something that's
Also,
ever been
also a good
used.
excuse for you to not swim that much either.
Hey, quality over quantity, quality over
Hey,
quantity.
I like
I
that.
like
I
that.
like that.
Like there have been some sets where, we're like nearly spewing. That's
Yep.
because, we're going fast. We're going 650s off the blocks, suited up, and we're absolutely finished after that. And
Mm-hmm.
people with more of an aerobic base might look and they'd be like 650s, that's nothing. That's only 300 meters of a main set. But if you're doing 650s at your absolute maximum, that's how you're going to teach your body to be at its absolute maximum when it comes to race. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. You're giving me PTSD from the old lactate tolerance sets.
Oh
Right.
my
I
God.
don't miss those, eh? Well,
Uh,
the sprints on 3 or 4 minutes, so you got to sit there and just let it sit in. Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
literally.
No, nice, man.
You were talking a little bit there about your coach John. As someone who is a former Olympian, what is it like having someone like that in your corner, like pushing you every single day for so many years? It's got to be, really cool to have someone like that to be able to get you to this level.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself very lucky to have John. Like, not only does he have like a wealth of experience, but he's just such a good person, you know, and I feel like that goes a long way. Um, Even when he's coached his swimmers in the past, like he's coached fast swimmers, but he's also coached, well, I don't know, coached, but guided people to be a better person, through the sport. And that's another thing I was talking about with the sport before. Like, it teaches you so many skills that you can apply to different aspects of your life. And John's kind of been a beacon of inspiration for me in that sense. So yeah, like I said, I'm super lucky to have him in my corner.
Mm. And I guess for people who don't really understand swimming, the relationship between coach and swimmer is so unique because at such a young age, you're spending hours and hours together and, traveling and all that sort of stuff. So it sounds like you got a great coach there that obviously teaches you life skills outside of the pool. And that's exactly what you need, right?
Mm,
Do you
100%.
do you think like what does John talk about in terms of the mental side of swimming? Um, you know, when you're on the world stage and you're racing the likes of Florent Manodou, what's the pre-race talk in terms of racing those dudes and knowing that you belong there?
Mm. One of the things, I wish I could pull it up, but it was on one of my taper sets, or taper kind of sessions. So the 2 weeks, we kind of list the sessions that we'll do, and then like I'll land in the country, list the sessions that we'll do. And he had a quote at the bottom of it for me before Worlds in 2022, and it said something like, um, "Be still and be ready for war. You know what to do. But I'm proud of you." And like that's always stuck with me. Like he doesn't need to say that every time, but when he said it that one time, I was like, "Thanks, John. Like I know you got my back."
Mm.
Um, I'm getting thinking about it. But But yeah, it's kind of that trust that we have with each other. Like he trusts me to go out and do my best, and I trust him to always have my back.
Hmm.
Um, so that definitely helps with the mental side. That you know, he believes that I'll just go out there and swim my race. And regardless of any result, as long as I've gone out there and swum, executed my skills as well as I can, you know, that's us,
Awesome, bro.
That's
Awesome.
someone that you'll go to war for. Absolutely,
Yeah,
110%.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Now
Wait, good
we
one.
know that obviously over the last couple years, club swimming in New Zealand has kind of funneled down into, only a couple squads in New Zealand kind of being having the top swimmers, which didn't used to be the case. When me and Johnson were in high school, there were so many different clubs around New Zealand that had some top level people,
Yeah.
and they kind of all got poached. Um, and one of those clubs that kind of had that downfall was obviously Capital in Wellington. Um, Now we know that John has just been employed as the head coach at Capital. Are you going to be following him there? I know you won't be swimming for Capital because you'll always be a Otaki Titans boy forever, but are you going to be following him to Kilburnie to train with him there?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, these last 5 years, this is my sixth year with John actually. I've learned so much and grown so much, so it would be a bit, um, it would be a bit astray of me to not follow John down and train with him um, over this time. And we're kind of looking at this as like a new step, a new chapter, and hopefully for the wider swimming Wellington community because we're looking forward to just breathing some life into the region. Uh, mm.
Nice, man.
Nice.
Bit of 50-meter pool space as well. How good?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did. John was away, but there was a set that we did. I couldn't even finish it on Saturday morning. It was 2050s best average on 130 long course. Sorry,
Oh,
30 50s. It was 30 50s. I needed 16. I like was struggling, but it's just that 50-meter pool space. Like first week of
mm,
training in a 50-meter pool is, if like me, if you've been training your whole life in a 33-meter pool, 25-meter pool, it gets you. And I'm
yeah.
looking forward to seeing where that does get me, you know?
Mm. No, mean, bro, mean. Speaking of hard sets, a question that I was really keen to ask you is it doesn't have to be in the prep for this worlds, but
Mm.
training for these world championships, is there one set that sticks out to you as the hardest set you may have ever done?
There is one that we've done with John. Um, it wasn't leading up to this Worlds. It was maybe a couple of years back, but like I'll never forget it. It's 12 100s kick, one on 130, and one on 2 minutes.
Damn.
But the one on 2 minutes is max effort.
Oh, yuck.
So
It's
if you're
gross.
Oh,
if you're I was coming in on like 120, 125 for the 130 ones, and then like on the fast ones maybe 110. But
damn.
it basically makes everyone feel like you're going like max effort
Yeah.
because like by the eighth one, maybe you're doing just make the 130 and then just make the 2 minute because you've expended all of your energy on your legs for those first few going max on those 2 minute ones. But yeah, that one was a lot to process.
Yeah.
Mm.
God damn. Yeah. So was that just straight freestyle kick?
Nah, backstroke kick, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No
Nice.
board. Got to keep that streamline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit
Yeah.
faster than the board.
Nice, brother.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to take you back about a year and a half. You're traveling to Australia for the Oceania Championships. Um, this 50 breaststroke you swum. Oh, sorry, not 50 breaststroke. 50 backstroke. this was obviously your first medal at a major event, bronze medal in the 50 back. Uh, what an achievement, by the way. A 27.5, I believe it
Real bro.
was. Um, what was that? What was that like? Going to there and winning your first medal at an event like the Oceania Champs overseas. Um, yeah, what was that like?
Yeah, pretty special, eh? Um, that race, that race. When you asked before, what's been your favorite race, we talked about the 50 flyer, but this one's probably equal up there with me because it was the first time, yeah, like you said, that I was able to bring back an individual medal for Samoa, and just to stand up there next to the fellas on the podium, like yeah, the feeling was second to none, and managed to do it in a new PB and new national record. So when I touched the wall, I think it was splits between third and fourth, and I just was so hungry to just get a PB, and then somehow looked up and there was a three next to my name, and yeah, that was amazing. I look back over that race very fondly, and even like during sets and stuff, or during like times where I'm feeling like uncertain, I'll like call back that feeling of touching the wall and being like, yeah, that was a good feeling. Like I want to keep making feelings and memories like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So from what I can hear in there, bro, it sounds like you were real, you weren't real set on the outcome of that race. You were so process focused. So, can you speak to your mentality going into races? Are you at all thinking of, when you were going into that final, did you have a medal on your mind, or are you just 100% focused on process?
yeah, I like to think that I'm pretty process focused. Going into that race specifically, I really just wanted to swim faster than I did in the heats. I think I might have. That was the first time going like a 27.9 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I feel good. Like I feel like I could go a bit faster. Um, so I just, in my mind, I just thought, just try to be faster than what you did this morning. Just try and be faster than you were, than you've done. And yeah, just touch the wall and medal. So yeah.
Unreal,
What
bro.
what's your pre-race ritual for something like that?
Um, yeah, a lot of people do funky stuff, eh?
I've seen
Yeah,
some
bro.
weird stuff. I've seen some weird stuff.
Yeah, but no, usually it's like I'll just do a couple jumps behind the blocks, and then when the whistle goes for us to get on the block, it's two claps, and then that kind of just gets me like locked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swimmers are
Just the
the
two
most
claps.
weird, superstitious people, eh?
Oh, bro. There was at one point, like maybe a few years ago, I was like, I have to do 16 jumps. I have to do 16 jumps before my race. Otherwise, like, I was like, I was thinking, I was like, go on. But like, I'll still do a couple just for like
Yeah.
shake out. But
You'll be out of
yeah,
breath before you get on the blocks, bro.
yeah, my legs will be sore.
No, crack
I
up.
remember mine was just a deep breath, I think. Just all the way, fill up my
Yeah,
lungs, let the air go, and then I was ready to go. But
yeah,
I've seen some people absolutely, smack themselves into oblivion,
yeah, yeah,
chest,
yeah,
legs, thigh,
yeah.
whatever. And then they're red before they even get in the pool.
Literally. I'd love to know like what kind of effect that does, like bringing all that blood to the surface of your skin, because it's like a couple guys at Worlds, like they've just got like handprint here, and you're like looking them on the blocks, like
Oh
yeah,
man, that would have been intimidating, especially for a guy like Manidu's
oh
slapping the hell out
yeah,
of himself and letting out a whoo.
yeah. What the
Yeah.
bruh.
When you're at World Champs, did you watch any of the finals? Did you go and watch the
Oh,
finals?
mate, yeah. I think I watched the finals on two of the nights. One of the finals was Gretchen Walsh's 100 fly,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was sitting above lane four, so like the grandstand goes like straight down, and I was sitting in her lane and watched her come down and go back, and it was like just such a well executed race, and so good to have like the front row seat to it too.
Mm. Oh,
Mm.
cool, man. What a question I had written down here was I was going to ask you, maybe you could give us your top three, maybe craziest swims that you've got to witness at Worlds.
Okay, first one is Leon Marchand's 4 a.m. In Fukuoka in 2023 when he
The
broke,
402, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he broke
Oh,
Michael Phelps's record. That's
Wow, that's
definitely,
so cool.
yeah, that's definitely top one. And keeping on the IM and also keeping it local, my second one would definitely be Lewis's two fly, Lewis Clarebert's 200 fly at the Commonwealth Games.
mhm.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like I was crying after that race because he beat Chad Leclos,
Yeah. Crazy, man.
and
Yeah.
the way that he did it as well, it was, yeah, what a race, gutsy as
Gutsy ass
race,
swim, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Not an easy
so
event too.
nah, definitely not. And then oh, there's been a couple, but maybe I'll keep it to Singapore. My favorite one to watch from Singapore was Kyle Chalmers. Actually, both. I'll say both. The Australian 4x1 men and Australian 4x1 woman, when
Mm.
both of the back ends,
Yep.
finished and managed to bring back gold on the first night of racing. Um, that was hectic.
Yeah. I could be getting my facts wrong here, but I think it was the American Jack Alexi. Didn't he come back in a 45.9 in that 4x100? I'm fairly sure I saw that. And
Yeah,
that is that, bro. The 100
45-9.
freestyle has taken off recently, eh?
Yeah, definitely. It's all those big dogs that are just keep pushing the envelope. It's so
Mm,
inspiring.
bro, mean.
What's next for you on the calendar? Is there anything that you'll be training towards maybe at the end of this year or the start of next year?
So at the end of this year, my next competition will be Wellington Champs. So that's in December, down in Wellington. And then early next year will be Oceania Champs, which are being held in Fiji.
Oh,
And
cool.
then
Awesome.
hoping, all going well, God willing, um, we'll be heading over to the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. So fingers crossed. But we'll get through this first. We'll get through the end of this year first, and then see what happens.
Cool, man.
Where will
Um,
be your main qualifying opportunity for the Commonwealth Games?
It'll either be the New Zealand champs, or Oceania champs, or it could be
Nice.
both. They're both
We'll be
opportunities
pulling
to
for
swim
you for
fast.
sure.
yeah, man, 100%. Are
Appreciate you
you
guys.
are you I'm guessing short course season's coming up in New Zealand. Are you focusing on any short course events at all, or are you just completely looking into the future for summer?
Um, this year will be the first year that I don't head up to short course nationals in a long time.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, like I'm working full time, so I
Hmm.
don't not that I well, yeah, I don't have much leave and I've got to stay behind at work, so I'm going to just train right through and like kind of ride this long course wave that I'm on
Hmm.
um through to the end of the year. So we'll see.
Nice, bro. Nice. Man, that's pretty admirable that you are doing so much mahi outside of the pool and continuing to smash it inside the pool, bro. I'm like straight up, that's really admirable. So
Thank
well done on that, man.
you, brother.
Ah, cool. Um, bro, we how are we doing for time, Tom? We doing all right?
yeah. So sorry for the viewers at home. We're doing this on a free Zoom call, so we've got about 10 minutes left on our Zoom.
Cool.
Um, but we will probably reload if that's the case. One question that I want to ask is um about your motivations in swimming. Like, what keeps you motivated to continually show up at the pool, to keep at these events and wanting to go to these events? I know swimming is hard. It's lugging yourself up and down a pool, looking at a black line all session. It's not an easy sport to be able to do. And especially when you're kind of, for you, the only person that you've been training with that is going to your same events as only yourself. So without having that other person there in the pool, like what are your motivations? What keeps you going?
Definitely, I think you boys will both back me on this, but like it's family, eh? Like back in the day, wouldn't have been able to get down to the pool if it wasn't for my parents, my family. Wouldn't have been able to like go up to Auckland or go travel around if it wasn't for them. So a lot of people have sacrificed a lot for me. So I kind of always keep them front of mind when things are going a bit tough, or when it's a bit cold in the morning, you don't want to get out of bed. But I kind of always think this is my way to give back to them, just by staying at it, and it's my way of saying thank you because I wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
I I,
beautiful.
I love that. My way of thinking back when I swam was, if mum or dad is waking me up to get me to the pool, then I found it super disrespectful not to get my ass out of bed
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get to the pool. Um, I know exactly what you mean. I think a lot of sports in any country
mm,
wouldn't be able to run without the support of parents.
yeah,
I think mums and dads play a huge role in any sports person's life. So I'm with you on that one. I love the commitment. And
mm.
shout out to your mum
The goat.
for getting you there. Yeah. Um
Um,
and
a quick question. Oh,
another
anyway, you go, Tom. Sorry, bro.
oh no, you go, Johnson. You're all right.
Sweet. A question I had, bro. In New Zealand in swimming, we see a lot of freaks at a real young age, right? Like we get some really, really quick age groupers coming through. And not that we don't have a lot of top level swimmers as well, but what do you think New Zealand swimming, Samoan swimming, just Oceania swimming as a whole needs
Mm.
to see a lot more representation at the top level?
It's a massive question, and like something that the higher ups have been trying to figure out for a long time.
Mm,
I think I think for kids, as someone that's coached myself,
mm,
um, over the last few years, I think for kids, just let them be kids.
yeah.
You know, um, I played a ton of sports um, up until actually 2022 when I was in university. I was still playing football and swimming that year, and I never. It wasn't until 2023 that I fully decided to hone in on just my swimming. So, like I said, sports gives you a lot of transferable skills, and across different sports is also that skill share. And I feel like if you just stick to swimming from 10,
Mm-hmm.
and swimming's all from 10 onwards, then you're not going to be able to grow as much as someone that plays different sports and has other areas in their life that they can apply those skills to swimming. Um, I would say that's one of the ways, and just letting them have fun from a
Yeah.
performance standpoint. Maybe fun isn't the right word, but just letting them make mistakes, not always being the center of attention. Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's a lot to unpack, but I'd
Yeah.
say that.
No, mean, bro. I
I'd also like to also no, you had a question. Go on.
no, no, I was just going to add to that. Like I've said to a lot of people, like when I'm trying to explain the challenges of swimming, is it's a unique sport in the way that to be at a top level at that age, like even a 10 to 12 year
Yeah,
old, they're in the pool 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 10 times a week.
yeah,
And I think that's unique to swimming as a sport.
yeah,
And maybe I wonder, do kids get burnt out at such a young age? You know?
yeah. No, they do. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, they do. And it's a shame because when you see them doing so well, it's like they have a lot to give to the sport. They're likely to have a future in the sport, and then when it's cut short, it's like it's just a
Mm,
bit disheartening. It's like you
yeah.
wish you could reach out and help in a way, but that's their relationship with the sport, and unfortunately, it's just been burnt out of them.
Yeah. Cool.
I'd like to ask you about the marketing side of swimming. For so many years, we have seen a lack of broadcasting and marketability for swimming events. Um, Me personally, I don't know about people listening, but I think swimming is one of the most exciting sports to watch for a finals event, or
Yeah,
even just pull heat swimming. Like
yeah,
watching a 50 free or a 50 backstroke final, I think is some of the most exciting athletics, or
yeah.
sports that we can watch. But yet it's so hard for your average Joe to turn on the TV,
Mm,
watch the biggest swimming event of the year, by the way, Singapore World Champs. Like, and you can't find it anywhere. You think
mm,
back to the ISL League back in
mm,
2020 and 21. That was probably some of my favorite watch of swimming I've ever seen. I know New Zealand had Helena Gasson perform in ISL. Do you think
And
something like that
Lewis
would
did too,
benefit?
eh?
Lewis did too, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think swimming would benefit from even that coming back, or like what do you think they could do to get people watching and get eyes on the sport?
One of the things that I've been thinking about recently is the best thing that World Aquatics has done is change from FEMA to World Aquatics. And that might seem like a little
Right.
thing to you guys,
Mm.
but for athletics, it's World Athletics. And that's just so, you know, ingestible,
Hmm.
World Athletics. And now it's World Aquatics. It seems like it's, you know, more tangible. Um, so that's step one. Now step two is ensuring that streaming platforms are able to easily access it. Um, yeah, I don't know about a specific event like the ISL, like potentially. I remember when that was on, it was amazing. Like, it
Yeah,
brought
man,
I
it was
so
loved
many
it.
unreal.
eyes, money, you know, everything. But
Yeah, finally swimmers got paid in that
yeah,
league.
yeah. And they were swimming fast as well.
Oh yeah, dude. And also it gave short course swimming a real platform too,
Platform.
like there's obviously the short course worlds, but that's always been seen as the B tier, or
It,
the
yep.
in the swimming world, because
Yeah.
obviously the Olympics is long course.
Yeah.
But having that event and the amount of money that you could earn
Mm,
in that
mm,
ISL was wicked. Was
mm,
wicked.
mm.
I'll never forget 2021 Caleb Dressel in
The
that ISL.
47-7, the 47-7
Yeah,
hundred fly.
bro, unreal, unreal. And it's like there is that same old story. It's like people only care about swimming every 4 years.
Mm, yeah.
But again, if you look at that, it's very easily accessible to watch swimming at that time. It's very
Yes.
accessible to watch any sport during those 4 weeks of the Olympics, even Commonwealth Games, to be honest. So every 2 and 4 years, that's the time where our sport is best showcased. So if we can tap into that somehow with world champs and make it, you know, viewable for people to see,
Mm,
who knows? But it's just those 2 and 4 years at the moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interview today, we thought we would finish up today with a How Good podcast style game to finish off the day. So, Johnson, would you like to explain the game we're playing with Kokoro today?
Yeah. So today we're going to explore our ball knowledge in swimming, and we're going to draft. We're going to draft our all-time men's 4x100 medley relay. We're going to randomize the order. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then back up 3, 2, 1. You got to pick a backstroker, a breaststroker, fly, and a freestyler to build your all-time 4x100 relay.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
This is gonna be
So,
good.
I am going to make a wheel. I've got one here. And I'm just gonna spin. You guys won't be able to see this, but you'll just have to take my word for it. I'm just gonna spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on is going to go first. Obviously, the second one will go second, and the third one will go first.
Safe.
So, okay,
It doesn't have to
first
be
pick
in
in the
order,
draft.
eh?
Yep, and then we're going to snake draft it. So whatever it spins will go first.
And you
They'll
can
draft
pick it. You
first.
don't have to pick a backstroker first. Like you can
Okay,
pick it
that
in any order
No, no,
you
no, yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. You get first pick, so you can pick any swimmer you want for any stroke.
me now.
Okay.
Yep, you're first.
Yep, yeah. I spun the wheel, and Kokoro, you were going first, and then
Okay,
second pick will be Johnson. You will be going second,
Ooh, okay.
and I will be going last. But going last, I get the back to back pick
yeah,
first.
yeah.
And then it will snake back to you, Kokoro, and you will get the back to back pick as well. And we'll go until we're finished.
Yeah.
So let's get
Kick
this
us off,
underway.
brother. Kick us off.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna
Sorry,
just.
Johnson, before he writes it down, Johnson, do you want to write down our list as we go?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
uh,
Right. Sorry, Kokoro. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, like, it would just be very rude of me to not have Michael Phelps.
Mm, cool.
What
Yeah.
So we
what
got
discipline are you putting him
we
in?
got oh, bro, come
Oh,
on.
do I have to lock him in right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I picked him. I honestly picked him because he could do fly or free. Like, imagine him
Yeah,
anchoring your relay. But I'll pick him for fly.
cool. All right, sweet. Pretty good pick. Oh, right there. Okay. I I am going. Oh, there's only one direction I'm going to go in. I am a former breaststroker. Give me Adam Peaty swimming the breaststroke leg. I'll take that. Thank you very much. I'll take a
We're,
56 low.
we're screwed. We're screwed.
Cool. I don't think there's any
Okay.
explanation needed there.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I will pick um for my yeah, I'm gonna pick my butterflyer, and I'll take Caleb Dressel at my butterfly.
Ooh, imagine that head to head going like the breaststroker touching the wall at the same time. And you got Dressel and Phelps going in the
Oh
water.
my days.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna lock off, I think I'm gonna lock off the second breaststroker. And I'm gonna go with
Don't
Ilya
do it.
Shimanovic
Nice.
because you've taken Petey, so I have to take second best.
Cool. Right. Is it back to me? Is it?
Back to you, Johnson. Yep.
Okay. Ooh, this is a tough one. Because the two most obvious butterfly picks are gone, I am gonna secure Christoph Milak, please.
Oh,
Swim the
Oh
fly leg
my
for me.
God.
200 flywood record holder.
Yeah.
Pretty,
I'm
pretty
pretty sure
handy.
he's gone 49 in the 100 too. So I'll take Christoph Milak.
Okay, just me.
Cool. Back to you, bro.
Yep. You get back-to-back picks now, Kokoro.
I like this because I've had a bit of time to think. So I'm gonna lock off my breaststroker and my freestyler.
Hmm.
Breaststroker is 2024 Olympic champion in the 100 breast, Nicolo Martinenghi.
Mm.
He
Great pick.
yeah, he's a great swimmer and a beautiful man. So I'm gonna pick him. And then I'm gonna say greatest relay swimmer of all time. Apart from that Jason Lezak relay, that was
Ooh,
unreal.
that's a pull.
But I'm gonna make this statement right now. Greatest relay swimmer of all time, Kyle Chalmers.
Ooh, love it. Love it. Want that flyer on the last 50. I like it.
Exactly. exactly. He has a pretty fast first 50 now too. He's been working on it.
Mm, mm. Okay.
Who are you locking off
Alrighty.
now, Johnson?
Ooh. I'm gonna take backstroke here. Give me Ryan Murphy to swim my backstroke leg.
I was gonna pick him. I was gonna pick him. It ain't our ball.
Shit.
That's our
I'll
ball,
Okay.
take
ain't it?
that. I will take
Shit.
that.
Shit. 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 Okay.
Sorry, Tom. Can you
What
remind me who you took for breaststroke? Sorry, I forgot to write it down.
I took Ilya.
Oh, yep, yep. Sweet.
Um Also someone who got the record at ISL. That swim was
Yes.
Yeah.
ridiculous. That kind of worries me though. He's more of a short course than a long course swimmer, but I'll have to deal with that. Okay. What have I got left? Freestyle and backstroke.
Yep.
Okay. I get both picks. All right, so I'll go with Pearsall for my backstroker.
Oh, bruh.
Because because he was the GOAT in like 2008 Olympics.
Hmm.
Um, Such a good backstroker, obviously before Murphy came in. Um, freestyler. Who did you take, Johnson?
I haven't picked
Have you
my
taken?
freestyle
You
yet.
haven't picked free?
Only
Has Kokoro
Kokoro's
picked
picked
free?
freestyle. Kyle Chalmers.
Kyle
Yep.
Chalmers.
Right, okay. Um, I'll take Ian Thorpe
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
because I remember his relay swim in was it
Yeah. In
so
2000.
04 or 2000
2000. Yeah. I know the one you're talking
in
about. That's a
Sydney.
great one.
And he had like the craziest back leg ever.
Hmm.
I know there's probably better sprinters, but if I'm making like a just a dog relay,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ian Thorpe's
It's a very dogged
definitely
relay.
a yeah.
Cool. Right. It's back to me, yeah. Uh
Yes.
ooh. Tough pick. I've got two swimmers in mind here, but just from the wealth of experience this man has anchoring relays,
Mm.
I'm gonna take Nathan Adrian
Oh,
to swim my
I like
freestyle leg.
that. I
I'm gonna
love
take
that pick.
Nathan
yeah.
Adrian.
That is cool.
Adrian was always my favorite American when back in like the prime of Lochte and Phelps and
Yeah.
Adrian and all those guys.
Mm.
Um, I
He
love
anchored
Nathan
so many
Adrian.
relays for that American team, man. So
Mm.
many. All right. Let's hear your backstroker, Kokoro. Your last pick.
I've been tossing up here. I know Lochte was a backstroker, but he did the two back,
Mm.
and I'm pretty sure he has a fairly nifty one back. But I think I might just play it safe and go Thomas check on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. World record holder.
Fantastic pick.
Yeah, exactly. Wood record holder, and imagine him finishing on his back and then like his Italian teammate
Yes. Yes.
taking over the breast. Like I feel like they've got that synergy too. So yeah,
I like it, bro. I like
Kokoro's
it.
team has chemistry.
Mm.
think about these things, bro.
Chemistry and experience for sure. Right. Let's wrap up and I'll read through it. So Kokoro has Thomas Chicon swimming backstroke and his Italian teammate Nicolo swimming breast. We've got Michael Phelps swimming fly and Kyle Chalmers flying home in freestyle.
I think
Myself,
Kokoro's one.
those last two legs. I've got Ryan Murphy swimming backstroke, Adam Peaty swimming breast, Christoph Milak swimming fly, and Nathan Adrian swimming free. Tom has Aaron Pearsall swimming back. He's got Ilya swimming breast, Caleb swimming fly, and Ian Thorpe motoring
Ian Thorpe's
home.
allowed his full body race suit, by the way.
The wetsuit.
I think we've all got strengths. Like I think I've got the back end sussed. Johnson's
Mm,
got the front end sussed, and Thomas have got the middle two sussed. Like
yes.
Shimanovic into Dressel. Like I think we've got like could be a pretty tight race.
Mm. I just like the I'm looking at it now, and God, what an exciting back end that would be if we were all touching at the same time. Thorpe, Adrian, Chalmers, three of the greatest closers and relays that the sport's ever seen. Wow, what a draft! Any swimmers who have ball knowledge in this would love to hear who you think won that draft, because
Yo,
I can't pick it. God,
As you say, Kokoro, lot of good strengths from all teams. I think maybe the Phelps Chalmers combo is probably the most deadly.
yeah, and Phelps being in the relay, you got that intimidation factor, man. Like
mm,
intimidation factor. Oh, but then I've got to say, Adam Peaty's
bro,
got some
that's what
But
I
yeah,
was
serious.
going.
you're just going to be decimating us on the breaststroke.
Right.
Yeah, like we're taking primes, eh? Like
Yes. Yeah.
if
Yeah. Prime
everyone's at their
version.
prime,
Yep. So 2019 Petey.
yeah, Guangzhou,
Mm-hmm.
holy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But ooh, you you're gonna have Phelps or 09 Phelps probably. So in a super suit too.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the listeners say.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
awesome.
Well, that wraps us up for today. Thank you so much, Kokoro, for coming on the How Good podcast today. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor talking with you today. Any closing points for you?
Um, yeah, no, it's been lovely to chat to you boys. My brothers really appreciated it, and yeah, thank you for having me on. And I do actually have one last thing I quickly found, which might bring back some old memories. I don't know if it's going to focus, but
No way!
No fucking way. Oh, the old
the
dome
dough.
caps. Let's go. Oh,
So
bro.
yeah, Thomas and I traded this at 2017 short course nationals or 2018 short
Yeah,
course
yeah.
nationals.
I think it was 2017, I
Yeah,
believe.
but
That was the year we first
Wow.
got those caps in, and you were dying for
yeah,
one. So I was just like,
bro,
just fucking have it.
yeah.
Oh,
So it definitely still has pride of place. Like I wear it for training and stuff. So I wanted to pull it out to bring it on the pod.
oh, bro. What a pull. Do you know how rare those are, bro? I don't even
That's
think I have one of
incredible.
those.
No, I don't have anyone. I don't have one of those anymore. That was my only one that I got, and I never got.
Well, you can get it when you're next up at mine.
No, hell no. You keep that thing, bro. It'll get more use
that
than me.
bro, that's a flex. That's one of one.
Yeah, 101. Yeah. Nah, shop
I
boys, thank
love
you very
that.
much.
Hey, if you guys want to check out Kokoro's YouTube channel, I will be linking that in the description. He does have a vlog coming out from his World Champs experience in Singapore, so be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited to watch that myself. But yeah, to finish up, thank you so much for coming on, and hi, everybody. Thank you.
Kakite.
Uh,